I've got a 40-acre property in Grand Junction, Colorado. This is right in Whitewater, just outside of Grand Junction. A really cool location. My name is Miles McLaughlin here at Wilco Land. What we do is we buy and sell raw vacant land, trying to focus on unique and epic land investments. In this video, I'm going to break down this property with you. I'm going to talk about who the target audience is. I'm going to answer a lot of common questions and FAQs in this video. I'm going to talk about utilities. And one of the biggest things I'll talk about at the end of the video is how you can access a video and do your own land viewings on your own. So you can see I'm clicking through some of the photos. I'm going to start with the disclaimer. This isn't real estate advice. It's not legal advice. This is me simply sharing my thoughts and my opinions on the property through my own due diligence. So let's kick this thing off. Getting started, this is a really good aerial photo of the property. What's special about this piece of land is it is adjacent to BLM land. So a few of the sides do border BLM land. Power is pretty close to the property. I'll get into utilities here in a minute, but a really cool feature of this property, this is all BLM land. So this is, you can access this from your property, essentially, this draw here. So you do sit up on a plateau and some pretty cool views actually of the property, right? This draw is pretty cool. This is the access road. So there is a homestead back here. You can see pretty close to our property. I think it's 1 or 2 parcels away. And across the street, this is when we talk about the target audience and potential uses, this is a really cool property right here that these folks have. Like, this is a really nice spread, a really cool homestead. You're close to Grand Junction. You can work, you can play in Grand Junction. You've got some pretty cool views going this way. And the draw has some unique colors, some unique, vegetation in there. So, another potential use out here is going to be hunting. And you probably get some seasonal water that comes through the draw. So these folks are up on a draw. We're up on a draw too. You can see that here in the aerial imagery. This is Canna Creek Road. You turn off here and you're going to be able to access a property really easily. So like I said, there's easy road access to it. I'm guessing these people are pulling power. Your nearest power is probably going to be off these people somewhere, maybe trenched right here. Maybe there's overhead power line somewhere in right here. Should be pretty easy to run power to this property, in my opinion. It looks like this might be another spread and homestead there too. It looks like there's a driveway going back there. Even maybe potentially right here, but we'll get on Onyx and look at all that. But this is all BLM land in your backyard. I'll show it to you here on Onyx Maps. So again, we're talking about what makes this property unique. You're going to have no neighbors. I mean, this is all BLM land. This is all BLM land behind you. So you're sitting next to over 200,000 acres of BLM land in Mesa County. Okay. And Wilco Land owns this property right here. Access is right here. Again, you've got the neighbors coming in through here. You come in off Canna Creek Road and there is an easement. Title company will ensure access to this property, right? Looks like somebody else has like a homestead going on over here. You can see that in satellite imagery. They're tucked away back here close to BLM land too, overlooking that. I also think that there's some development back here. So when we talk about utilities and power, I'm not sure, I haven't been out here. I'm not sure how close power lines are going to be or how close underground power is going to be. You could contact the county to ask for those maps. Heck, you could maybe find it out by just driving out to the property and seeing where power is. It almost looks like these folks are on solar. You are in Grand Junction. Solar is actually a really good option for power out here as well. So those people might be on solar with maybe a backup generator. So you can see, I mean, these are some cool pieces of land back here. It looks like this access road, I guess you could come across BLM land potentially too from the north and come through here. I don't know what all the easements look like there, but this is going to be your main road that people are traversing right here on the north side of the property. So when we talk about access, I love using Onyx Maps for land viewings. I'll jump into it right now. I have the elite version. It shows the property lines. So when you're out there on the property, you can actually look down at your phone and the little dot on your phone, just like when you're driving to the grocery store and have it in Google Maps, is actually tracking you. So, even without a survey, and I actually think the corners are surveyed to this property, if I remember right. The previous owner or somebody in the past had surveyed the corners, but the BLM land corners should be surveyed. Like BLM probably surveyed all of these corners, and I'm almost positive it should be surveyed out. Even if it's not, you'll have this corner surveyed and you can just do a straight line here. And your last corner would get surveyed there. So the property should be surveyed, but you can use Onyx Maps for land viewings too. I'll give you some like 3D imagery here on Onyx Maps. We saw it from the photos and whatnot, but like I said, a really cool, unique feature of this property is going to be this draw that comes through it. You're going to get some seasonal water flow. You're going to get some good hunting opportunities and just pure recreation. Go down there and dirt bike, bring your ATVs down there. It's kind of a playground in your backyard that nobody's using. So that's a pretty cool feature to this property. Again, we have some good photos on the website. I won't keep you forever looking at them. We talked about some of the target audience. Some of the properties are fenced out there. This might even be ours, actually. Maybe there's some old fencing from a previous owner. It almost looks like there is fencing from the previous owner. So just keep in mind, our property may actually be fenced. But this is going to give you a pretty good idea of what you're looking at. This is another really good aerial image. If you're interested in understanding where this property is in comparison, to Grand Junction, Grand Junction's right here. You're just heading south on Highway 50. Right here's Whitewater. Here's a fire protection district. So you can see, we can even drop down in Google Street Views pretty close to the property if you want to take a look. There's a lot of really cool things you can do from just satellite imagery and just from your computer. But yeah, we're dropping down here. This is a pretty lush valley. So you're going to have views overlooking this valley. Your drive's going to be pretty coming in. Let's take a peek at Canna Creek Road right off the highway and see what that looks like. This is ground level views. So you can kind of follow this road pretty close to the property, right? I think the turnoff somewhere right in here. So you can kind of see that. Looks like this might even be somewhere in here is a turnoff, obviously, but it's easy to get disorientated down here on Google Maps and stuff like that. So just wanted to show you some of those options as a buyer. If you're interested in like unique ideas and you're unsure if it's going to be allowed, go ahead and take a peek at the property zoning. It's zoned agriculture, forestry, transitional. You can read more about that if you click the link to the county website here, or you can give them a call. But like I said, we see other people using their properties for building homesteads, a shop and a home, right? You can probably have some level of livestock or animals out here. You'll have to check through the zoning guidelines. Electricity is nearby. Typically, water out here is going to be by a well or cistern, holding tank, something of that nature. That's very common in this neck of the woods. For those that live out here, they understand that, right? Camping and RV use. So when we talk about other types of land use here, you don't have to build. You can use this property. You can park your RV out there. You can go camping. You can use it for hunting and recreation, for off-roading, right? Like there's a lot more with a land investment you can do than just build. Maybe it's a long 10, 20-year plan to build. Use a property today. This is a really cool site to camp, to bring an RV out to use for recreation and hunting and things like that. That's going to offer a lot of tangible use. To me, I love this more than investing in the stock market. It's like I can go and touch and feel and walk on my property. I can go use it on vacation, use it with my friends on the weekend. Like there's so much tangible use to owning land. Not only are you getting that real estate asset that's going to be a legacy asset for generations to come, that thing's going to appreciate and you can touch, feel, and use that piece of property. So I love this listing. It's one of the better ones that have come across my desk lately. For those looking at Colorado land investments, I think this offers a lot of opportunity just outside of Grand Junction, pretty close to even some of these mountain ranges down south here. You go a little further south, you're in some national forest. There's some ski areas. I think it's Powderhorn out here as well. Telluride's just down to the south. You're knocking on the doorstep of world-class recreation to your west, to your east, and to your south. This is a really cool part of the country if you do a little bit of research on it. So I think it'd be a good landing point for those looking for it, or maybe somebody living in Grand Junction that wants a recreational property outside of town, maybe a place to build on in the future and get a little bit more privacy. If you're interested in other land deals, we do have more listings on the website. Take a peek on wilcolandllc.com. We do offer more of a self-service model. You can reach me here at 605-299-5553. I'm happy to have a high-level conversation or just talk land with you. So again, get with me if you have any questions here at Wilco Land. My name's Miles. Thanks for tuning in.